Gosh, I had a rough night last night and no makeup, no just hat. I'm here. Some days it's hard to show up, and when I have a rough night's sleep, it's all hormonal. So that's something I'm working on with my naturopathic doctor. Um, in our 40s and 50s, we go through a lot of hormonal changes, and sometimes it kicks my butt, gotta be honest. Anyway, I'm here. It's day 5 of the Nourished and Free Habit Building Challenge. We are getting into the magic of habit building today. This is a big day because this is where you learn how to take everything that you've gone through over these last 4 days and put them together. These worksheets are pretty comprehensive. They're not super long, but they're going to give you the formula to build your habit based on the one big trigger that you picked. I believe it was from yesterday or day 3. Maybe it was from day 3, I believe. So when you go through these worksheets, take the time to go back to those worksheets, pick out what your trigger was, the habit that you had the biggest trigger around, and then you're going to go through the process of actually building a new habit. So as we know, building habits takes patience, persistence, practice. And to be honest, like, we have to be able to identify with our habits. They become part of our identity, right? So instead of saying, I want to eat healthier, tell yourself, I am a healthy eater. Even if it's not 100% true, it will start to trick your brain. It's like affirmations in a way. Just continue to focus on the positive. Like, I am a healthy eater, or I am eating foods that nourish my body, or I am, doing things in the afternoon that support me other than eating food when I'm not hungry, right? So these things that we want to change, we want to talk positively. We want to frame them as in the positive. Most of us want change to happen quickly, and it doesn't happen that way. And everyone's different, and change happens differently for everyone. And certain things change quicker than others. So it depends on what it is that you're choosing to change. And if there's a big limiting belief that causes sabotage around a certain thing, like eating better, and it triggers, say you were a yo-yo dieter in the past, and I think it was Emmy who posted in the group, in the Wholehearted Woman group, that she has a fear of failing if she eats better, because then she'll get obsessed and want to lose weight and do all this stuff. And to me, that shows that she has a past of diet culture thinking, diet mindset, which is actually stopping her from moving forward in a different way with eating better. Instead of focusing on it being about weight loss, focusing on it being about, how am I supporting myself and respecting my body and nourishing myself so that I have energy to be with my kids. I have energy to, do the things that I love. I don't know if it was Emmy, it was someone. I apologize. I can't remember, because I read through all the comments every day, and there's a lot. And so it's really fun to read the comments and really great to see all the insights. There were a lot of amazing insights. If you haven't posted your day 4, make sure you do that. Go through the worksheets. What I'm going to do tomorrow is I'm going to send a link to the replay for each day, and you're going to have the weekend to finish this. This is not where it ends. You have the weekend to finish. I'm going to choose the prizes tomorrow for the people who have been engaged the most, shown the most support, shown up the most. We're going to enter people into a raffle to win prizes. Like I said, I'm going to be giving away my animal spirit cards, one of my favorite books, and then I have another bonus prize that I'm giving out that is worth $300. And that's going to be a surprise tomorrow. So I'll make sure I email that out. I'm going to do a raffle. I'll probably go live and just record it inside the Wholehearted Woman at some point. I'm not sure when, but you guys will all be able to watch the replay. I'll send it out to you. So just know that there's 3 layers of behavior change: outcome, processes, and identity. And this is where I talked about, we need to start to think about ourselves with our habits as them being part of our identity. And I mean this in a really supportive way, not a negative way. So like I said, instead of like, I will eat healthier, I am a healthy eater. That's something that helps us create that identity around being a healthy eater. And it's such a small change in our mindset, but it's really powerful. So that's something that's a little bit of food for thought here on your worksheets. So know that all big things come from small beginnings. My coach always used to say, think big, start small, act fast. And it's brilliant. And or slow down to speed up. So many of us are going through life so fast, we're trying to do so many things, but it's actually smarter to slow down, do things slower, because in the long run, that means they're going to stick. And that's something we go much, much deeper into in my 8-week course, my live group experience that's coming up at the end of this month, that I'm going to share a little bit about today. And I'll be sharing over the weekend as well how you can be a part of that. I have a lot of bonuses that I'm offering and a big discount for just this group of challengers to go through this 8-week experience to really learn my system of habit building, taking what we've learned here much further and adding on to it so that you have that solid foundation to build habits. And I know that, like, if you think about building habits, you're like, oh, whatever, it's building habits. But the truth is, your habits are your future. Remember, I kept talking about that? Your habits are what dictates your future. So if you're not working on consistently changing and building good habits, your future is not going to be what you want it to be. You're not going to live up to the place that you want to get to, right? So this course will give you that, and it's a live group experience, and there's only a small amount of spots. I'm opening it up to 12 people. So it's going to be a small, intimate group of women going through this experience together. Okay, so for your worksheets today, Habit Magic, we're going to take your biggest trigger here and then the action you take. So the example is, my biggest trigger is I feel tired after a long day of work. The action I take is I sit on the couch and overeat, or I drink a glass of wine, or I, snack while I'm eating dinner, right? So that's the action you're taking. So here comes the magic. This is where you're going to fill this out and change your bad habit into a good one. So you're going to write, when I feel whatever your trigger is, tired after work or whatever, you're going to write that out. Then you're going to say, I can, and you're going to write something else in there. I can go meditate. I can go for a walk. I can read a book. I can do something that nourishes me, something that feels more supportive than me drinking a glass of wine and eating a bunch of food when I know I'm not hungry. I'm going to have dinner soon, right? That action will support me. So you're going to fill that out, my trigger, and the new action I will take. Now, this doesn't mean just because you're writing this out, it's going to stick, right? This is a practice. But again, we're only starting with one, because that's where we start, with one. Think big, act small. Think big, start small, act fast. Sorry, my brain when I don't sleep. Think big, start fast, start small, start small, act fast. Excuse me, ladies. You know what I mean. I've said it once. So let's go through this process with one habit. If you want to pick more than one, go through the process with 2 or 3. And what it does is it really starts to help your brain think in a different way and look at different things you can do instead of engaging in the same thing that you always do, right? This is how we start to change habits. I've given you some bonus implementation, intention, and habit stacking. These are bonuses that, again, this is something I go much deeper into inside the 8-week group live experience. And we go deep into what habit stacking is, and I really help you build in habits on top of already current habits, because that helps them actually stick. So today is a big day. This is where we put it all into action. So what I want to say to you is, if you have enjoyed this and you really want to take this further, or you feel like this could be really helpful to learn more in this arena so that I can set my future up to reach the goals that I want to reach, then the 8-week live experience is something that I want you to consider. It's basically 4 steps. So each week we have a call. So the first week I'm going to be teaching the first step of my habit building system. Again, it's much more intricate and much more involved than what you've learned here. I share a lot of my secret tools and tips into habit building and how I changed habits to lose over 30 pounds and have kept it off now for over 12 years. And also how I changed my emotional eating, how I changed a lot of stuff that had to do with food, my body, and my weight. among other things, my finances, tons of things. So each week there's a call. So 1 week will be a training, the following week will be coaching, group coaching. The next week will be a training for pillar 2 or part 2, phase 2 it's called. And then we'll go through the phase, and then we'll be in touch, and then there'll be a coaching call the following week. So training, coaching call, training, coaching call, training, coaching call. So you have 8 of those, okay? There's going to be a group, a private group that we're going to be in together so that you have support in between to ask questions. But the coaching calls are also for questions around the worksheets and to go over the worksheets and to get some coaching around where you may get stuck. This is a brand new group. I've recently upgraded. It used to be 4 weeks, which was not enough. Now it's 8 weeks. I recently upgraded. I am super involved. It's totally live. You have me like at your fingertips as a coach to help you work through building all these habits. It's an incredible program. I've put my heart and soul into it, and I'm offering some awesome bonuses. I'm going to email those out to you, but one of them is 2 1-hour coaching sessions with me, private coaching sessions, if you sign up by a certain date. And I'm going to send all that information out to you. And I'm also offering a $100 discount off of what's already way discounted for a program that's well over $2,000 in value. And I'm only charging $497 for it. So you're getting it's normally $597. I'm going to give you a $100 discount code, $497 for 8 weeks. It comes out to like, I don't know, dollars a day, a cup of coffee a day, to have this incredible system, 4-phase system, and coaching with me. I charge my clients at least $300 an hour to coach with them. So like, you're paying $497 to get me to coach with you every other week. And, in the live group setting, we will have time for each person to get coaching if they need it. And if they don't, they won't. But you will have also a group where I will offer coaching in between when you're asking questions. So there's a lot here. I'm going to email you out the website and the link so you can check it out and look it over. And if you have any questions, you can ask me. But I am offering these bonuses and this discount for the next till the end of the weekend. So on Monday, that will go away. The 2 free coaching sessions with me, the $100 discount. So that will go away after the weekend. But I'm going to send you all the information, and it's going to take everything we learned here together much further and give you that big solid foundation. A 5-day challenge is great, and I've taught you a lot. And it's just the start, right? Because we need to have those foundational pieces and the whole system. I haven't taught you the whole system in order to know how to build these habits that stick long term so that our future is what we want it to be. That's ultimately why we do what we do today, right? So yes, we can feel happy today. Yes, we can feel present and enjoy our lives today, but we also have the future to think about. And we also have, like how we want to show up for our children, how we want to show up for our family, our friends, ourselves. We have all of that too. And a lot of us are just on this hamster wheel, going through life like, sitting on the couch every night and, eating food and drinking wine. And not that necessarily bad, but we get in these cycles and then it feels like, what am I doing with my life? Like what's happening? There's no like passion, there's no juice, there's no purpose. Right? Or my best friend's a mom, and she's like, all I do is run my kids around all day and cook dinner and make lunch. And she loves her kids, of course, and she doesn't have the space for herself to do the things that she enjoys. So she's working on that. She's working on building habits around it. And I've been sharing some stuff with her. She's my best friend around my process, and she's already seeing huge changes. So that's what I got to share. I will send more information on that. I can't wait to hear how this was for you. Please post in the Wholehearted Woman group what you learned. I would love to see what your trigger was and the action you took and then what you're changing it to. So please post that under the day 5 post inside the Wholehearted Woman group. You are going to have access to the group up until after the weekend. Then once everything's over, if you decide not to move forward, you're going to be removed from the group because it is my membership group and people pay to be in there. But I've given you guys free access for this challenge. So thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to be back tomorrow to do the raffle drawing. I'm not sure what time, but I'll send you an email in the morning so that you know if you want to show up, great. If not, I'll send the recording out so everyone knows who won prizes. I'll also post it inside the Wholehearted Woman group. And I'm looking forward to moving forward with all of you. And thank you for showing up for yourselves this week. Thank you for showing up for me. I'm so grateful that you all signed up to do this, and it's been really, really fun. So have a great rest of your day. Look out for an email from me. I'll send one probably this evening, and then tomorrow, and then on Sunday, just so that you have information about the course. But those bonuses will go away after the weekend. You'll still be able to join up until I think the 17th, and we start on the 24th with the course. October 24th we start, and that's going to take you right up to the holidays. So you're going to have this really incredible foundation to move into the holidays and build some habits that are really going to support you in that. So thanks for joining me, everyone. Take care. Bye.